Hey everybody, it's your pal Ron Howard from Extreme Sequences, and this is Monday Minutes. I have set forth the greatest challenge I think I've ever done for myself, and I'm going to do it for you here, right now. I'm going to create an entire layout and map a sequence in 30 minutes or less. This may not be easy, but I am certainly going to give it my best shot. I'll try to talk about things as I go through the process, but I'm mostly going to be focusing on just doing it, so watch. Next week, I might add another segment to this where we actually apply controllers and output numbers and sort of put it all together. But for now, I want to show how I create a layout and map a sequence. Cross your fingers for me. If these videos are helping you on your light show journey, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that thumbs up because it really helps us out. Appreciate it. Okay, let's begin. Let's set that timer. You're probably wondering why I'm putting a line over the garage or garage, depending on what country you're from. I'm doing this for a very specific reason. So hang on here. I'm going to go into my 3D world. I'm going to go to add object. I'm going to add a ruler. I'm going to take this ruler over here and I'm going to bring it up right next to this as close as I can. I'm going to drag this over until it's right there on the edge. That looks good to me. I'm going to say that this is in feet, and I'm going to say that this is 8 feet. Okay. Typically, us Americans have 16-foot garages. In Europe, a lot of times you'll see around 8 feet. Okay. All right, I'm done with that. Simple enough. Now I go back to my models. Go back to my 2D world, and I'm going to get rid of this. Don't need it. Yes, bye-bye. Let's start with the tree. Here we go. Call this mega tree, make this 180 degrees. We will do this at 32 strings of 100 nodes each. Looks good to me. Let's put on a star. Whoops, I need to fix that. This is going to be my, I call it tree topper. You can call it anything you like. And this is going to be 270 nodes. The layers will be 6. Click on the outside somewhere, and we need to see this little layers button. Let me hit save, come back into that. Sometimes xLights makes it sort of weird when you're using layers for the star. I've never really understood why, and you see here, it just didn't keep that. Now we see layers, so be patient with it. So the inside layer is going to be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Do make sure they're highlighted or it won't hold. 70. Stars done. Let's go back to our tree. It's still at 360. We want to make that 180. I do suggest, unlike myself, don't be rushing when you're doing this. I'm doing this because, well, it's a challenge. All right, so my star, I know the star is around 46 inches, close to 48, so it's 4 feet. So what I want to do here is I'm going to scroll down here to my dimensions, which you wouldn't have seen if you had not created a ruler. And look at that, it's pretty, that's like dead on. That is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to make it exactly 4 by 4. And that's my star. My tree, I could do the same thing. I could look at the dimensions. I can go the height. I know that this is 16.5 feet. And it's 8 feet wide. That's the base. So already, I must do this enough that I'm pretty doggone close. So realistically, this is about the size that it's going to look like in your show. So again, creating that ruler was a good thing to do. All right, Ron, let's get busy enough talking. Let's create a vert there. This is going to be vert 1. And then I'm going to copy this and paste it. This is going to be my vert 2. I'm going to make sure my vert 1 is 100 nodes. I think it's a little more than 50. I'll leave 50 for my others. These are all things that you were going to finesse much later, but for right now, I'm getting these in here. All right. We'll do the garage. And let's also do the outside edge of the home. That looks good. We'll keep these all at 50. This one's at 100. And what we've done is we've created 6 verts and they're all named for us. So we gotta love that. Now let's go in here and create some eaves. Eve 1. Come on. This will be Eve 2. Eve 3. And then let's just put you right here. Fair enough. All right, that's looking good. I don't think we're going to have any more eaves. We'll leave that alone. So while I'm here, I will probably go ahead and just make a group while I'm at it. And we're going to create a group from selection, and we will call this our eaves group. Save that. I'll take my verts, right click, create group from selections. Beautiful. I think we're going to need some windows. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is not going to be 50 on the left and right. So let's just make that 12. Okay. And that's good. And let's call this window 1. Beaut. Let's put this over here. This is a little more square, so we'll just make this 16 all around. The next one's the same. And the same. And this one's a little, let's just make a big old section here. And we'll take the tops, we'll make that 24. We'll make the left and right 18 and 24. And we're just guessing. We're just guessing. Now, really, if I knew that this was 4 feet, I would look at this and I would click on my dimensions. I would see, okay, that, let's say that the width is going to be, let's say that was, let's say it was 6 feet, right? At that point, 6 times 12 divided by 2, if I was using 2-inch spacing, that would be the number of nodes for that section. Okay, so do keep that in mind, but in the interest of time, these are things that we'll do in another video. Let's take another one of these, and let's go ahead and take this little section here. And the tops of these, I guarantee you, are not that wide. Got to scroll up here. Top, let's just do 10. 10. That looks okay. That's not quite right, but that's close enough. And one last window. All right, beautiful. Now, if I just click on one of my windows, I can grab all of these. What am I going to do? That's right. I'm going to right click and create a group from selection. Fantastic. Windows group. I like it. Okay. That's all looking pretty good. I'm liking it. We should probably put some flakes on here, so let's get busy. Everything I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cheat just a little bit because I've already downloaded some models, and I'm just going to import them, and I can click on the down arrow and do everything I'm about to show you. I have to go through the internet and go through the World Wide Web to get to that space in xLights. interweb to grab these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on import, and I'm going to drag a box, and I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to go to my training, which is the extreme layouts in 10 minutes. I'm going to go to my models, because this is where I put all these models. I have A1D1, the Flake Eye, Fusion, Rosa Grande, Shapeshifter, and XLS. Okay, let's put some flakes on here. I'm going to go with the A. It is very important that each time you want to put a flake on here, if you're putting multiples, you're going to want to use the same method. Don't copy and paste these files, because you will not get the attributes. That being, if you look over here, the flakes arms, the flakes group, the outlines and spokes. If you copy and paste, those are not going to happen. Okay, so let's put in another one. I'm going to import. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to drag the same one because I'm a little bit OCD, and it says already sees the same model. Do you want to take the submodel groups in the second model and put it in the submodel groups for the first model? Yes, please, and always. Okay, and let's just put you right here. Fantastic. And let's do more. Let's keep going. Let's do the D. Yes, I do want to put those submodels in there. And let's just put you right over here. And let's do one more of those. D, please. Yes. Cool. And let's not stop. We've got more to put in. We're going to go with the Flake Eye. Yes, put in those submodels. And let's just put you right here and do another Flake Eye. Yes. And we'll put you right here. But there's more. There's more. There's just so much more. Let's go with the Fusion. Yeah, man, I love this model. Brand new one from Gilbert Engineering. This thing is just too cool for school, man. I'm just telling you, this thing is amazing. All right, and this Fusion size, man, if we look at the appearance, this looks like it's really big. I mean, I can hardly make out the design, so I'm gonna just put this at 2 for a second. There we go. I start seeing that now. Let's go again. Another Fusion, please. Yes, put all those submodels where they belong. Let's change this appearance, because I think the pixel size is just a little too much. And you notice I'm not worrying about the sizes of these just yet. Okay, let's keep adding. Keep adding, Ron. You got this. Rosa Grande. We're only going to do one of these. All right, and let's just put you right over here. Now, you know, what size is this? These and these and these are the same size. So what I may do now, actually, I'm going to wait. Hold on. Just getting trigger happy. Let's go ahead and put in the shifter, shape shifter. Oh, this is so fun. This thing is so fun. Let's put you, that's sort of a weird spot, but why not? Let's go with shape shifter again. Yeah, there we go. And we'll put you down over here. And then let's just go with a couple of XLS. Yep, that looks good. Where are we going to put you? Oh, let's put you on the roof. Let's be brave. We will be brave. And XLS. There we go. Yes. Copy those. Boom. Okay. If we know that this is 4 feet, 46 inches, 48 inches, so I'm going to tell this is 4. Cool. Save that. With the properly sized model, what I can do is select all of the others that match that size. I can right click, resize, match size. There we go. Easy peasy. Same thing here. Depending on what size these models are, if this is the correct size, you click on it first and then the remaining flakes. Right click, resize, match size. So let's double check. Is that really 24 inches. It needs to be 2 feet. Let's look at our dimensions here. It's a little large, so I'm going to bring this down to the correct size because this will help you make sure that you're properly sizing your props and also giving you exactly how much room you're going to have in that space in your home layout. So right click, resize, match size. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, now you can arrange these. If you want these to be symmetrical across the board, you can do that. We could take this and this and this, right click, align to top, and now these are straight across. You can do the same with these. Select these, align, top. There we go. Looks good. Let's put you up here a little bit more. There we go. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. I'm digging it. All right. We probably need some ground cover. We've got to get moving on this. So why don't we just go with this? I think you get the point that this can be a fairly quick process. So now it is time to do some housekeeping. And this is going to be all about that all pixels group. And I see a lot of people putting groups within groups, and I implore upon you, don't do that. Just do this. Highlight everything. Right click. Create group. Call this all pixels group if you like. There you go. Boom. Okay. We are ready to map. Believe it or not, we are ready to map. But let's set you up to succeed before we map. What I want you to do is just create a new animation and just be done. Oh, hello. With this animation, don't worry about throwing anything on. Just right click, edit display elements. Let's put a few things in order. Hierarchy is very, very important. And you see, I already have a view here. Okay. If I didn't have a view here, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to delete this view. Yep, delete that view. So we just have a master view. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in a particular order. Verts, eaves, windows, that's fine. Rosa Grande group, yes. Make sure that for every group, submodel group, that has the main model group, that being the Rosa Grande, even if you have one, make sure you have a group with that one in it. If I go down the list here, let's just take all of these. Let's just take flake arms, and I'm going to scoot this over. I'm going to drag it right here. Make sure this flake arms, or this flakes group, is at the top. So always the group with the main models, then the submodel groups. The cool thing is when you import these Gilbert Engineering models, they will already be in the correct order submodel wise, except for one, and that's usually the main group. So let's look at the Fusion. I'm going to take all of the Fusion, and man, there are a lot. Don't take the main model, just the groups. And I'm going to drag this. I'll just put this right here. And then again, we only want to take the main group, Fusion group, and we're going to scoot this to the top. Done. Then we're going to take the shapeshifter, and we're going to drag this over. And then that shapeshifter group, bring it to the top. That's it. Let's go with our mega tree and tree topper. I usually like to bring these to the very top underneath all pixels. I would probably put a matrix in here. It probably wouldn't hurt to do that. Do I need my individual windows, individual verts, eaves, any of that stuff? No. I do still need my XLS. So I'm going to bring these guys over here and also drop them. And then you can put these in any order. Just make sure that the main group that represents the main flakes goes to the top of each section. Okay, that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is when I am happy with this, I am going to simply clone this. I'm going to call this sequence view. Or if you have multiple vendors you get sequences from, you might call it their name, and that's fine. And I'll click OK. Once I have my view, I'm going to tell it to make master. Make master. I'm going to close out of this. I'll go to my layouts tab. I'm going to hit save. I don't want to lose any of my work. And now we're good. Now we're ready to map in a sequence. So how do we do a sequence? How do we map it in? First thing we need to do is click new, discard the changes. I don't need those any further. Musical sequence, it's going to ask for the music. This happens to be in that same folder. I created a music folder inside of my show directory. This is, here it is, Christmas time, 40 frames per second, looks good to me. I want to make sure that I use the sequence view that I created so that all the submodel groups and all the models will be in the correct order. And that's what I've done here. Click done. There's my music. You're not going to be able to hear it. And now I'm ready to import. Now what I would suggest, because xLights will crash, just go ahead and save this and call this new sequence. Give it the name that it really is. There we go. And import effects. I also put these imported effects in here in an area called imports. At least I thought I did. Maybe I, oh, new sequence. Maybe I put it on the desktop. I put it in here somewhere. Anyway, let's go find it. I know where it's at. Because I have a lot of these. And here it is. Okay, there we go. Here's the fun part. Watch this. Auto map. Oh, look, I'm done. I didn't put canes. I don't have my triple arches. That's okay. We can add them maybe next time. Everything else looks good. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. For instance, here, house verts all is what I called my verts group. So I need to go down here to my verts group and make sure I get that in there. Stars group, trees, all that good stuff. You just want to make sure you have everything. And so far, I think it is looking pretty good. There's my eaves, there's my flakes. I like it. And I'm going to click OK. And yes, and this will bring in the timings, and it will bring in whether it was blend mode on or off. That's all defaults now. And now I can render this, and we can actually watch it play back. And that will be a mapped sequence done. In post, there'll be a timer, and we'll see how long this actually really took me. It's not that difficult to put together a layout. Build your dream, make it the way you want, and then decide, do I have a budget to make my vision a reality? All right. I would highly suggest at this point, now that it's rendered, save it, make sure you don't lose it. xLights will crash. It's not if, it's when, so be prepared for that. And now, just make sure you have your window, which mine's way up here, and we can start playing this and see what she looks like. Oh, that is pretty. Yeah. I'm sort of liking that. And nice that we can sort of just scoot along and look at other things. Yeah. All right. I am happy with that. But don't forget your ground cover. You may need more than 10 minutes for that. Maybe 15. Maybe 20, maybe 30. All right. You guys have fun out there with your layouts. You know how to get in touch with me. If you have any questions, let me know. And on top of that, if you have some suggestions for what you would like to see in these trainings, in the messages, post something. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'll do my best to make it happen. All right. You folks have an extremely great day. This has been Monday Minutes. See ya.